Hey everyone, I just wanted to share a little bit more of my story. I didn't have a weight problem when I was younger, but when I was a teen, I started to get really chubby. So I started to take diet pills. Instead of one a day, I took about 3 or 4 a day. It felt like I was on speed and I didn't eat, so I lost weight. I was able to wear these cute little clothes and get attention from guys, and I thought it was amazing. So I just kept doing that and everything, and I would go out and I would party and do other stupid stuff just to fit in. But I still had a low self-image and low self-esteem. But I just kind of pushed that aside because I didn't want to deal with the pain that I went through in my childhood. But I talked to a friend of mine, and she was going to Job Corps, and I was about 21 years old, and so I thought, I need to do something with my life, so I went ahead and I went there. And there was a lot more guys than there were girls there. So I was cute, I was thin, I was recognized, the guys liked me because I just looked cute. It didn't matter what my heart was, it mattered what I looked like. And I thought, okay, cool, if this is the way it's going to be like, then let's do this. I met my husband, well, soon to be husband, there, and after I graduated from Job Corps, I moved in with him, and I didn't eat, and I kept doing this stupid stuff. I didn't have the diet pills that I could take anymore, and so I started to make myself throw up. It wasn't a pleasant feeling, and I didn't like it, so I stopped doing that. I just kept not eating and stuff, and when I got pregnant, I was 98 pounds to 102 pounds on my 5'2" frame. And I had to make a decision. Was I going to keep going down this road that I was on, or was I going to, get my act together and take care of the baby that I was having? So I did, and after I had her, I looked better, but I didn't feel better. I was about 130 pounds or so, but that didn't mean anything. Just because I looked good on the outside doesn't mean that I was good on the inside. So about 3 years later, I had my second child, and that was a little rougher. And after I had her, I saw a picture of myself, and I was disgusted. I didn't want to look in the mirror. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to do anything. I was so ashamed of how I looked. So I decided to go ahead and try this HCG diet where you take drops, and I only ate 800 calories a day, and it was very, very restrictive. But I lost the weight. Well, then it came to the point where I couldn't afford the drops anymore, and I was feeling really deprived, and so I added foods, and I gained the weight back. And I tried these other things. I tried the Atkins diet. I tried this thing where you put it in your ear and you push on it as a pressure point, and it'll get you to not eat as much. Well, that didn't work. So I decided, okay, fine, I'll try this exercise thing. And I did it for a little bit, but I never finished. I never followed through with it. I would feel good for a minute, and then I would quit because I wasn't ready. My heart wasn't in it. Well, I gained more weight, and I was depressed, and I started drinking because I wanted to numb the feelings that were going on inside of me, and I didn't want to deal with my past. I didn't want to deal with the stupid decisions I'd made and the abuse that I had been through. And I started drinking. It became worse and worse and worse to the point that that was all I thought about. And I decided that I can't do this anymore. I cannot let alcohol be my life. So I quit. And that was the hardest thing I've ever done. It went through a lot of pain. I was angry, I was emotional, I was depressed. I didn't know what to do, but I made it through. I mean, I still have hard days. There are still days that I want to go ahead and have that drink when I feel the fear and worry and struggles come back. But I can't do that. So I looked through some old pictures, I don't know, just because, and I saw this picture of myself, and I was like, oh my god, I was about 200 pounds. That's a big difference from 98 to 200, so I went from one extreme to the other, and I knew that I needed to do something. I just knew it. I had to. I was ready. So I contacted a friend of mine, and I go, okay, I need to do something. I am not happy. I hate myself. It got to the point where I tried to commit suicide when I was younger, to where I started to cut on myself a little bit, and I didn't know what else to do. So I decided to make another change, and I did. I started the 21-day fix. It was hard. I was like, what have I gotten myself into? This is crazy. But I did it, and I stuck with it for the 21 days, and I lost weight, and I looked in the mirror, and I could actually smile again. I could actually say, oh my gosh, I did this. It wasn't a drop, it wasn't a quick fix, it wasn't what I thought was a magic pill, but me. And so I finally felt good. My heart was finally healing. You know, it's taken time. I still go through those struggles, but now I know that I can do this. I can turn my I can't into hell yes I can. And yes, I still have struggles. Yes, I still deal with my self-worth and my self-esteem, and I get scared. But you know what? I don't want to go back to that place I was before. And this is why I do what I do. I do it so I can help people to feel better about themselves, to believe in themselves, and to know, yes, you can. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to go through all of that. You know, believe in yourself. I want to pay it forward, because pretty much my whole perspective on myself is such a 360, and I would not go back for anything. To know that I can do this, and I can actually look in the mirror and say, oh my god, you're worth it. That means more than anything. So thank you so much for letting me share.